Well, I'm sure we all saw the election, and just for the record, I predicted that. I never said anything about it on this channel, but that I was betting on that pretty much ever since he announced his um, candidacy back in, was it 2021 or something like that? My god, how the time has flown. Anyway, I'm here to talk about the hysteria surrounding it because, as I'm sure the terminally online will be very familiar with already, there's a lot of idiots on the internet. Oh, actually, no, everyone's familiar that there's a lot of idiots on the internet. But what people might not be so familiar with is the absolute hysteria that is coming from some people, and particularly women, I've noticed. And you have women talking about how, like, oh, you need to uninstall your period apps because they're going to be able to track when you've missed one, and then they're gonna make it so you can't have an abortion that way somehow. Like, and what I wonder is, why do people think this? How did it get to this point? Because obviously that's hysterical. Anyone with two brain cells to rub together who is sane can understand that. So what's been driving this hysteria? It's the media. It's always the media. There is no such thing as honest media these days. The closest thing is a podcast, and even then, all you can really get is just the spin that the podcast is putting on it. The only thing that makes it that much better is the fact that they aren't actively trying to go out of their way to push an agenda, or at least not to the same extent that most media outlets are these days. Now, I think, to put it into perspective, CNN is pretty much as left-leaning as it's always been, right? But in comparison, I'm starting to think that they actually look pretty bloody good because Fox, they're slowly going further to the right, and MSNBC, oh my god, how is that even considered a news outlet? That's just straight up propaganda on behalf of left-wing pundits and whatever have you. It's ridiculous. And these people know that they're lying. Like, they know exactly what they're doing. If it's not the anchors, then it's the people who are running the show behind the scenes. And it makes me wonder, well, obviously they know the impact that they're having. They know what they're doing. They know it's bad, so why do they keep doing it? And the only logical conclusion that I can come to is that they're psychopaths. Now, when you think of psychopath, you think Hannibal Lecter, stuff like that. But in reality, psychopaths are actually very composed, very calculated. They're pretty much just devoid of all empathy, as far as I understand. And that's like one of their defining characteristics. And they actually make great CEOs and stuff like that, which is what makes me think that they're the reason why everything's gone to shit. It's because they know how exploitative they are. They just don't care because it's what keeps engagement up, it's what keeps the money flowing, it's what keeps the advertisements coming in, and so they keep doing it. They don't care about the effects that it has on people's mental health, how it completely shits on any sort of, or most intellectual discussions, how it makes genuine, objective truths and non-partisan media pretty much non-existent, and how it just makes the world worse. They understand all these things. They just don't care because they're psychopaths. And so, yeah, I guess the moral of the story is that if you wonder why the media is so, as how the media could put up with itself being so shit, it's because they don't care and they're only in it for the money. Like, they know what they're doing, but they don't understand it in the same way some people just can't understand something if they haven't already experienced that sort of thing. It's like they know what they're doing, but intuitively it doesn't click, and so they keep doing it, and they don't give a shit because that's just the way they were born, I suppose. Maybe they were conditioned into being that way. I don't know. Either way, it's stupid.